Hey, what's going on? Yeah, it's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, representing the squad, baby. And we're going over my Pure Dark Magicians. I did a lot of variations with this. Artifacts, Zolkin spam with Thesis. I did the Dark Magician Girls. We did the Dark Magician Spellbook engine. Then we did actual Prophecy Dark Magician with the Prophecy monsters, the spells. This time we're just bringing you Pure Dark Magician. I realized last time I brought Pure Dark Magician was like almost 7 months ago, so we really got to update that. People have been asking about it too, because they saw Ed's Dark Magician deck profile and was like, 3 Stacks, we want to see yours. And I was like, oh, okay, we got you. So of course we're coming at you with a little bit of spice, but nothing extremely just out of the ordinary, nothing that's gonna be like, oh my god, that has no place in this deck. So of course your 3 Dark Magicians. I just like different artwork. Originally I was just doing 3 of him, but I was just like, nah, I just want 3 different Dark Magicians that are doing 3 different things. And for every situation, depending on what mood I'm in, that's the Dark Magician I want to grab. Like, if I know I'm going to win the duel, I'm like, alright, let's just go for the OG. If I feel kind of angry that my opponent's winning right now, I'm just like, alright, let's go for this one. And if it's kind of just like I'm going first and I'm setting up, I'm like, alright, I'm going for this Dark Magician. So yeah, the three Dark Magicians for the 3 moods that I'm in when I'm playing this deck. And then 2 copies of Dark Magician's Shadow. This is basically him. It's literally like his shadow. He has his rod, his shadow, his robe. They made Dark Magician's outfit for the new support. They literally made him an outfit. And then of course he's a teacher and this is his apprentice. We finally got 3 Apprentice Illusions for myself. This card is really good. It's really, really strong. I feel like they should have made the Dark Magician Fusion, the Dragon Knight spellcaster, so that she would make it invincible. But its biggest weakness is it can still be attacked over, so we kind of we're hating on that right now. But Apprentice Illusion is just amazing. This deck is just pure turbo. I'm just trying to turbo out my Dark Magicians and get my engine started right away. So we're not playing Card of Demise, we're not playing Pot of Duality, we're not playing anything slow. We're trying to turbo setup instead of like, oh, gradual setup, you know what I'm saying? And then we have 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod just insane. You want to get this card in your graveyard as soon as possible so that you can trigger your combos in your opponent's turn, where you go, you know, navigation, bring this out, separate chain link, you know, separate chain link would be eternal, would be the Dark Magical Circle, and the Rod Engraved, so you can put Rod chain link 2, Circle chain link 1. Rod will tribute this Dark Magician and you know, add himself to hand. And then chain link 1, the Circle will banish a card, and then if a spell or trap is activated, this will just revive him back. So you just get a lot of advantage off that combo. It's one of my favorite combos in this deck that I'm always trying to set up for first turn. Really, really cool. And then just 1 blue boy because we do play a spellbook engine. But you only really need 1 because all the other times you control a spellcaster already for your knowledge. So I feel like 1 is correct because if you open with secrets, there's your blue boy right there. Especially if you don't have Rod, you really don't have any normal summons outside of these 4 normal summons. Granted, this always comes back, so in grind games you can just live off of 1 Rod, but I'm still, you know, the blue boy is important. It comes up. So that's it for the monsters. For the spells, this is just nothing but good spells. We play 3 Dark Magical Circle. It's good. It's a good spell. It's just really, really good. It's one of the reasons why this deck can play on our opponent's turn. And banishing cards is really annoying. I played 2 Illusion Magic and also 2 Dark Magic Inheritance. These are hard ones for turns, but I actually like the interactions that these provide in mid to late game. Sometimes resolving 1 in the earlier on in the duel can help you, but believe it or not, for me personally, in my experience of playing the deck for at least a good year by now, yeah, it's been a solid year that I've been playing Dark Magician, that this comes up more than once and this comes up more than once. So it helps you out a lot. Like, some of the cards in the archetype obviously came out a little bit later, but just in general, like, some stuff has came up for me where I'm like, you know what, I need to stop playing so many 1-ofs and I need to play 2-ofs, because sometimes you run out of the good search targets. Like, if you already have Soul and you already have Navigation, you're like, I need to search something better. This is always a +1 no matter what, especially when you normal Rod search, you know, normal Blue Boy search. Illusion is not going to be +1 because you have to discard to special her, but still, like, these are really, really good. And because this is spell speed 2, it does matter. It's really, really strong. So you have interactions on your opponent's turn as well. And these are all your searchers, right? And then for the last of the searchers, you play 2 secrets. Then the other spells coming from this point are just going to be just straight draw power. Because you have a fair amount of searchers, you have a fair amount of draw power. So You got your 3, 5, 7, 9 spell searchers. And for draw power, you play 3 allures, 2 knowledge, 2 1-for-1, 2 wonder wands. It would have been 2 desires, but I'm not really feeling desires right now in this list. Instead of playing desires, I cut them for this spell right here. We're playing 2 Secret Village of the Spellcasters and 1 Optimus Prime to search it. Instead of playing 3 hard copies of the actual card, I wanted this optional just to have the deck thinning choice to, you know, shuffle your deck first, grab this, and then potentially draw better cards off of your draw power. So we're playing the Secret Village because every other deck will lose to it automatically and inherently because every deck needs to play spells, power spells to get, you know, to get through, right? So like if you name everything that's not Pendulum Magicians, they have to play their spells, and they don't play Spellcasters, so they obviously can't activate this. And the cool thing with this is when Pendulum Magicians normal summon their Spellcaster, right? They cannot play their spells, but what you do is you just special the Dark Magician on their turn using Circle, trigger it, banish the Spellcaster that they normal summon, and now they cannot play their Pendulum scales, and they cannot basically, you know, they can't scale Chrono, they can't scale Astro to try to put another Spellcaster on the field because they control no Spellcaster. They can't scale Master Cerberus because they control no Spellcaster, so they literally just like, their turn is over because they control no Spellcaster, they can't activate anything. So they can't even activate like Dark Hold to try to like board wipe your Spellcaster so that you control none so that this is turned off. So this is just a floodgate. I'm trying to play my Dark Magicians as competitive as possible, and I felt like since I'm playing Turbo and I'm drawing a lot, I want to draw powerful cards that are game-changing. And Secret Village is just clutch. It's like the spicy tech that really made a difference. Like I said, you know, you're going to see techs in this deck, but it's not going to be extremely out of the ordinary. And the Wonder Wands do help for the power boost. And also just those weird interactions where you're like, all right, I just knowledged off my blue boy, but now I have an illusion. And I see that this Wonder Wand can actually dig me deeper into my deck. And then you draw 2 better cards and you're like, oh my god, that Wonder Wand is like really clutch. So 2 Wonder Wands really helps out a lot. So like all your spells are draw power, search power, and then 3 floodgates. Like you have no bad spells. Like literally none of them are bad. You can't break with your spells. Then for traps, we play 3 Magician's Navigation. This trap is extremely important to set yourself up and also to get it in the graveyard for the follow-up play to negate whatever you want, right? It's really important, negating the Twin Twister, the Cyclone, whatever would hit your Eternal Soul, the board wipes, the Pendulum Scales if it matters, the field spells. Just really, really powerful, solid trap in general. And it also helps to put the pressure on the board so that you can OTK next turn. It sets you up a lot. One of my spicy techs that I was playing with this card was actually Endymion. Let's pull him out. A lot of people don't know actually who this card is because he's really old. I was taking in 1 Endymion to summon him off of Navigation to banish off Circle and then use his effect, discard a spell, pop a card. I'm still considering putting him back in, but I was like, you know what, we got enough spice. Like, I think we have enough spice. I think I'm doing too much with the spice. But my spice actually works. I don't just throw stuff in just because I have my reasons, and I always take it out, test it out, and make it work first. Then you have 3 Eternal Souls. This is really important. It's just making your Dark Magicians unaffected by card effects is the most important effect of this trap card. As long as your Dark Magicians are unaffected by everything, it doesn't matter. You can never have to worry about them being attacked over because you have Apprentice Illusion to boost him to 45. And this, you know, the Monster Reborn, the special from hand, it's really important. So 3 Eternal Soul. These are by far the most important trap cards of your deck. Circle, and these are just your setup. And then for the actual like real traps, you play 3 Solemn Strikes. And for the Mirror Forces, I play 2 Drownings, 2 Stormings, and 1 Quaking. I didn't want to play any Mirror Forces that actually destroy, because I'm just not sure about it. Like, I don't know if there's something that either can be destroyed or I don't want it to be destroyed. So I play these. And when you're struggling going second, like, believe it or not, a Solemn Strike backed up with any one of these can break any board. It doesn't matter, like, especially Drowning, right? Like, let's say you're going second, your opponent establishes with Hope Harbinger Dragon, Firewall, Trigate, Naruto, Absolute Vortex, right? And you're like, dang, okay, let's break this board. Let's go ahead and set Drowning and let's set Strike. They enter battle phase, they declare an attack for game. You activate Drowning, he's like, oh, Naruto's gonna negate. You chain, pay 1,500 for cost. None of their monsters are spell speed 3, so Hope Harbinger, Naruto, Vortex, Firewall, Trigate, everything, whatever it is, it's all getting shuffled back, and your whole board's broken, and now we're back to a simplified game state the way it should be playing against Dark Magicians. So that's why I played 5 Mirror Forces. I felt like 1 or 2 is not enough. I'm sure you guys have checked out Ed's deck profile. His Dark Magicians are a little different. He plays just like literally 2 Mirror Forces. To me, I feel like that's a little incorrect because these are the only way you can really play going second. As you can see, Dark Magician's a going first deck. But these give you a fighting chance, and you definitely... Another good reason why I play so much more draw power than the average Dark Magician player runs is because I'm actually trying to draw into my strike if I need to, so that I can do that combo that I just told you where you break any board. That's why I feel like it was also important to play Mirror Forces that don't destroy, because like I want to be sure that I'm going to break the board. I don't want it to be like, oh, BL's of the Diabolic Dragons, he can't be destroyed. Like, no, we have to break the board. So that's it for the main deck. And then the extra deck is 1 Hierophant of Prophecy. He's just a spicy tech. I don't play Dark Magic Attack, as you can see, because I don't have one in my possession. So this is kind of like a replacement. It's like a pseudo Heavy Storm. 2 Ebon Illusion. This card comes up a lot in every matchup, but there are some matchups where you actually need to make this card to grind. When you're trying to grind and you're low on resources, this is your comeback. This card is your absolute comeback. It's really, really strong, especially when you know your opponent's side decking Twin Twisters. Sometimes you want to save a trap, play it from hand, and it works out better that way. Really, really strong. Especially like out of nowhere, randomly chaining Eternal Soul from your hand to protect yourself. This card is really clutch. So I play 2 and 2 because depending on the matchup and how the duel's going, you'll go into both of these or you'll go into both of these. So I like to keep my options open just through my experience playing the deck. Then we have generic rank 7s. Yeah, Big Eye Draco, Flare. This card's great. Number 7, number 74 Master Blades. If anything targets him, he negates that effect, destroys it like a decode, and then he destroys another card on the field, and that effect doesn't target. So basically, you don't want to mess with this guy. And then we have Titanic Moth, just kind of spicy, attacking for game, just attacking directly. It helps in grind games. Then you have Naruto and M7 because your apprentice is a level 6. So it gives you the option to make these cards. And then we have Warlord, Skull Dread, and Underclock. These never really come up that much, but when you open with double navigation, it's obviously going to come up, because you're literally going to spam Dark Magician, then Apprentice, search another Dark Magician, then Dark Magician, and then Illusion. And then Illusion can just be there, and then you can like literally overlay into him, use his effect, bring out another Dark Magician. It's just like, you can set up really well. So sometimes you can make this, sometimes you can make this. This comes up quite a few. Just pushing for damage. Obviously you can never link with your actual Dark Magician to make this guy, because he says effect monsters. But if you read Skull Dread, he's generic. He just says monsters with different names. So you want to use like Apprentice. You want to use this guy. You want to use Rod and your Dark Magician. Those 4 monsters to make him and get that draw 4 traps kind of thing going on. So yeah, that's the deck profile, you guys. I hope that you understand my explanations, my choices, and why I play this deck the way I play it. It's a competitive build. It's not necessarily for fun. To make it more competitive, you can incorporate hand traps. You can literally just cut like 3 Mirror Forces and just do 2 Mirror Forces. There's your 3 Ashes. You don't have to play the Secret Village, so bam, there's your 3 Ogres, and that's your hand traps right there. Or you can say, screw the Wonder Wands, we don't need it, and just say, hey, here's your 3 Ashes, or your 3 Ogres and your 2 Ashes, however you want to do it. But either way, this is how I'm playing it right now. God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells, and stay tuned for my Gym Night FTK deck, because I'm going over it like right now, right before I go to sleep. Peace, y'all.